I can't stop laughing at this one. So we're making history today. Today is day 17, and I am using a selfie stick for the very first time ever. I can't believe I'm using a selfie stick. And it's pink, which you can't see because it's on the selfie stick. I just find it amusing, and I found out who gave it to me, and I want to thank her so very much. And it is extremely practical. Like, look, I can go far, wait, I can go far away. Well, I can go like super close up, and then I can go super far away, and then I could put it on a tripod if I, or not a tripod, but it has a tripod base if I wanted to. I guess it is kind of practical. I have a regular tripod that I would use, I tutor math, and I have a regular tripod I'd use for tutoring, and it takes a bit of setup to get it all right. Who would have thought I'm using a tripod or a selfie stick? This is funny. So bizarre. So bizarre, because the last time I actually sat in this position with this background, this is the background I would use when I was anchoring the news during COVID. We were doing it remotely through Zoom. So I'm like, here's my fake beach scene, and I have my little flowers. Those aren't fake. It's just so bizarre, like how much happens in such a short period of time. It still weirds me out that all this has happened within pretty much 2 weeks. So the reason I'm using a selfie stick today is because I have my laptop in front of me here, and this is just the mode it's very much like the news where I have laptops in front of me and then the tripod in front of me with the camera. I've been literally talking since 10 a.m. this morning, and it's like 5:30 right now. My voice is getting froggy. So I am keeping this very short today. And I mean it this time. Today was like plow things out with help. I mean, I've been doing that all this time, but now it's like the Sign Up Genius got put together today, or is in the process of getting put together. And again, people that are going through this, today's an important day for me to give you information of stuff to plow out. For me, it's been very helpful, aside from the great friends that I have, it's been helpful to hear from people that have got, I don't like that it's moving so much, but that's what happens when you have a selfie stick, whoa, instead of a tripod. I have several friends that are breast cancer survivors, and one of them had, one of my friends had come with me to my plastic surgery appointment, and it's helpful because they know what questions you don't know you need to ask. They know what things you need to ask other people for outside of doctors that you don't know that you need to ask. They know what things you have to buy because you need them or because they're helpful that you didn't know you needed to buy. So I'm sharing what I know. I'm looking at bras right now, and I'm stuck, which is why I'm trying to get over that right now, is like looking at bras and women's boobs, and bras that are, while they're colorful, you have all these super skinny chicks with their pretty little boobs that are just so perfect. And I know they're photoshopped and whatever, but the point is like, oh wow, this woman's got really big boobs. Holy cannoli. Wow. Are maybe just the picture stretched out? Not a flattering shot of her. It says women's cotton stretch extreme. Oh, extreme comfort. Well, her boobs are pretty extreme. But it's tough. This is hard. I don't know how I'm going to do this and keep this still. It's tough as I'm looking at all these or looking at all these. So I'll go through the easy stuff first. Meals. Need to set up meals. I'm blessed to have a friend who's been putting together, well, a few friends that have been putting together a Sign Up Genius. for meals. And it's not just dinner. Someone else that I saw recently mentioned something about, there's breakfast and lunch too. And my son is now going to be working. And while I will have help here, I don't want them cooking 3 meals a day because their role is to take care of me. So yeah, it is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's not just hot meals. I mean, things that were brought to my attention to ask for are things like Grubhub gift cards or certain restaurant gift cards, or you can place an order online and then text the person what your order is, and then they'll finish it for you and pick it up and then bring it to you. Things like I wouldn't even have thought of that were like things. So that's pretty much it for food. And there's also like my son is hopefully will have his driver's license when this all happens. But like gift cards for gas, I mean, for me to do banking in the first week when I'm on narcotics is not the most responsible thing to do. But to be able to just go to the gas station and not have to worry about like what's in your account or whatever, and you just have, a gift card you can just swipe through, would just be like a super easy thing to do. And there's people that always like to help, like, when you do signups for stuff, especially those of you that are, have kids in schools or whatever, and the PTO is like, oh, we're having a bake sale, or not a bake sale, but like something, and they're like, who wants to bring cookies, and who wants to bring muffins, and who wants to bring paper plates, and the paper plates are always gone like that, because paper plates are so easy. You just go pick them up, and they're done, or napkins, or forks and knives, or something, like those kind of things are just easy. Just get the box and drop it off, you're all done. And there's some people that just love to bake, and that's great too. So, so even asking for something like a gas gift card for someone who doesn't like to cook, doesn't like to bake, might not be able to drive you places, it's another choice of things that they can do for you. My voice is so froggy. And I'm not practicing what I preach, but make sure that you hydrate, because I've been running around so much trying to get everything done that I'm not drinking a lot. And the last thing I need to do is get another kidney stone. So I need to get better with that. Other things to buy. Compression pants, like leggings. I didn't even know I would think about needing. I'm not sure about, I think compression socks were mentioned too. Not only by a friend who is a breast cancer survivor, but by the first plastic surgeon that I saw, even though she wasn't my favorite person. Having compression pants, like, capris or something, and socks is helpful. She even said that a lot of doctors just always wear compression socks because they're good for blood circulation. A very weird thing that I didn't even think of are laxatives or stool softeners. This whole thing is about TMI, but it's just a reality that, when you're on anesthesia or have anesthesia, it obviously slows everything down in your body. So I didn't even think about that the last thing you want to do is come home, be strapped in, loopy as anything, and then you can't go to the bathroom. So they had recommended that I get stool softeners. I don't really want to buy laxatives unless I absolutely have to, because that's not really a fun day. But stool softeners really, are not as big a deal. They're not as harsh on your system. But just stuff you don't think about. Shirts that close in the front, like button-down shirts. Right now it's summer, which is interesting because it's it depends when you have your surgery, because you could get a hoodie if it's cold out, but if it's a summertime, I could get a hoodie for if I'm chilly, but I wouldn't primarily buy them. So I'm on Amazon right now, and a friend sent me a whole bunch of different links. Actually, that might be helpful for you too. I'll go in my shopping cart right now and tell you what I have on here. And I don't endorse these brands as I haven't even seen them yet, but I will share them with you. This is the education part. I just find this helpful because if it was somebody else, I'd want to know. And if my friend hadn't sent these links, I'd be searching forever, and I hate to shop. So there's a brand called Mehole. Mehole. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Talking about holes a lot the past 2 days. Miholl. It says cute shirts for women, short sleeve V-neck, button down t-shirts, tie front knot, casual tops. And I've heard mixed reviews about sizing. I should probably go by what my friend said, not the plastic surgeon, since some of the stuff she just kind of, I don't know. I'm going to try to pretend that appointment didn't really happen. But what she said was don't get a size bigger than what you normally wear, because like when you have the surgery done, your breasts won't be as big as they are now. So, but then I also heard from more people that you should get a size up because you want to be comfortable. You don't want to like be compressed in a shirt. And that when you come home, you'll be wrapped around in like kind of what's like an ace, not an ace bandage, but something like an ace bandage. And that wrapping will take up some space too. So you'd want to make sure you have enough space here that you're not all like, you know, tight and uncomfortable. And then you have to think about like short sleeve shirts. Do you want long sleeve shirts? Do you want hoodies? Do you want, well, you'll need like something to sleep in, but you can't lift your arms above here. So it's hard to get stuff over your head. So things that button or snap or do whatever from the front. And an interesting thing she mentioned too is that there could be a Velcro on the stuff that they wrap you with. It could have a Velcro closure. So you have to consider what type of material you get for those shirts, because you don't want the Velcro to keep getting stuck on them. Like the last thing you want is to have Velcro stuck to your shirt and you move the wrong way and it pulls. You know, you don't want that. So I have those. I will say on a side note, and I do endorse this very much, and you can laugh all you want, when she mentioned like the stool softener thing, squatty potties are like the best invention ever. They make life so comfortable. It makes things go smoothly. But if you don't have a squatty potty, you know, they're not just like the trendy gift from like a few years ago. They are very, very practical things to own. Because I own one and it's cool. It makes life a lot easier, even though it looks like I have hospital equipment in my bathroom, but it is super practical. And when you're reading a magazine or something in the bathroom, it's nice, you know, like you have a nice little angle to put your magazine on. So yeah, button. Oh, and then there was a like a heavier one, like in the winter time, like for jackets. This is interesting too. Like for jackets, if it's the winter time, you know, you're going to want to go outside and have something. And keep in mind, all these things I'm looking at right now are like 15, 10, 20 bucks. I'm not spending a lot on them because I don't plan on having them for, you know, I mean, I'll have them, but like I would just hand them down to somebody else, you know, when I'm done. So there was that one, and they come in all different colors. I got one that's short sleeve. Well, there's one in my cart. I haven't actually checked out yet because I have to get the bras. There's a short sleeve, there's a long sleeve. Oh, I got the long sleeve in 2 different colors. And then someone else told me, who her friend went through breast cancer treatments, that the coloring of the shirt matters because the drains could stain, like when you change the drains, it could stain the shirt. So like buying a white shirt is probably not the most practical thing. So I picked out, like I don't want them all to be like black, you know, I'd like to have some cheerful colors. So I picked out like a teal blue kind of, and like a rust color red, and another one's like a slate blue color. The other ones are like dark grays. There's oh, let me go back through, sorry. This short sleeve one is kind of trendy. It knots in the front too. It's called Did Happen, Didhaapin, Didhaapin. Women's button down V-neck shirts, loose casual, short sleeve blouse in blue. Sorry, I don't know what that is. And then there's a Givon, Givon, women's slim, sleeveless, lightweight zip-up hooded vest with single slide zipper. Product number GWH010. I got that in charcoal. And it is a #1 bestseller. It's long, which is good. And then there's a kind of like a tank top thing for the summer, something lightweight. Barlver, Barlver, women's athletic tie knot front button down cotton sleeveless Henley shirt, casual summer tank tops, and I got it in brick red. And this is a very different kind of vlog, but it's practical, and I don't want to just keep this to myself. Then there's the this almost looks like it's denim, but I didn't want blue denim because people tell me I wear too much denim. But it's like a black. It says that it's black, but it looks almost like it looks almost grayish, really. A Stylish, ASTYLISH, women's size, or women's plus size, short sleeve, solid color, V-neck button down shirts. I got it in black, but it's not actually black. It's more like a black whitish denim. And then a hoodie. I have a lot of hoodies, but you know, comfort is a big thing. Like I have hoodies and they're old and just like comfort things that I would wear. But I'm like, you know, for this kind of thing, I could spend $11.99 on a hoodie, something that's new and comfortable. So I just got a #1 bestseller, and it's Amazon Prime. Hanes women's jersey full zip hoodie, and that one I got in black. And a thing to note too is which things have free returns, because if they're too tight when you put them on, like you're gonna want to send them back. And if I'm looking, everything in my cart has free returns, which is great. And I inadvertently got off of the bra page. Kismet? I don't know. That's so funny, because now I can't get back onto it again. Maybe that's a sign. Let me just try going back for a second. Oh, there they are. What do you know? Yeah, so the thing with the bras, I mean, for me, I was mentioning the other day how I don't like the ones that are like just straps. There's a line from the sun starting to go down. From just the straps, I like ones that have wider things. Like this one is my favorite one because it's wide. And I'm gonna want wide. I don't want something sticking into my shoulders throughout all this stuff. And it's a racer back. I don't really have a big preference whether it's a racer back or not. For the Loom has a bunch. There's a For the Loom women's front closure cotton bra. There's a For the Loom women's front close racer back sports bra. And they have like they have the similar kind of hooks like you'd have on the back of a bra, but it's just on the front. Like, I don't know what those are called. The ones that, like the metal ones that loop around, which I think those would be easier actually to deal with than a zipper or buttons. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen buttons, but the zipper ones I tried were a pain in the neck. Yeah. And it has 28,000 reviews, 4.5 stars. So I would say that those are fine. Oh, these are kind of expensive. These are $23 each. The racer backs are only $13.24. That's for a 2-pack. So I'm gonna have to go through this more on my own. But it's hard to see this because they're not pretty bras. And like there's a video underneath that's showing this woman who's like, ooh, look at my pink lacy bra. Comfort is confidence. And their boobs are ginormous. And it's like, oh, look at the nice sunny day outside. My hair looks so perfect. And, you know, here's my big boobs. And I don't want to watch that anymore. And who puts a bra on and dances in front of a window? But then even as I scroll down, there's a women's seamed unlined wire-free bra. And it makes me feel like I'm like 12 or something, or however old I was when I got my first bra. You know, like when your mom gets your first bra and it's not an underwire because they tell you like you're gonna die if you have underwire because it will stab you and kill you or something. And like I didn't wear underwires until I was older. And then when I wore them, I'm like, why haven't I been wearing them all this time? And then the Wonder Bra came out, and then people had push-up bras, and I even have a push-up bra that has rhinestones on it. That's the one that set off the metal detector in Vegas story I mentioned yesterday. But I've been surprisingly calm most of the time. I'm actually like surprised when I look back at the vlogs and see my thumbnails that I'm smiling in most of them. which is good. And I have to say, like, meditation definitely helps. Breathing, stopping, counting to 3 is good. Just trying to see what else is on here. Here's a zip one, but I don't want to. Oh, interesting. Here's a company, Wanayou, WANAYOU. Women's zip front sports bra, wireless post-surgery bra, activewear. So interesting. And 24,000 people bought this. So you think like 24,000 people like went through surgery for their boobs and got this bra or rated this bra. I would get that just because it specifically says post-surgery. It is $21. That makes me feel better. Because the other ones are like, look at their perky boobs and look at their skinny, skinny bellies. And I have to try to not be so negative because I don't know what they're going to look like. Maybe I'll have the most comfortable bras ever. I don't know. Something that my friend mentioned too is that a lot of these shirts come down like as a V. And if they come down as a V and you have the wrapping around you, you will see that wrapping underneath. But I don't plan on going to any parties the first like week or two, and I'll just adjust like what I need. The sun is not working in my favor. There we go, a little. I'll adjust what I need and just not like take everything out. Because with Amazon, you can drop it off at like Whole Foods or wherever. Whole Foods does returns. You don't even have to put it in a box. Or the UPS store, you can drop off your Amazon stuff. And again, you don't even need a box. Just put it in the bag or whatever and then return it. And they have some pretty colors. There's a few that are zip. So I'll get a couple. There's some lacy ones. I'm not ready for that. What I'm also not ready for is, as I scroll back up the page, is picking what size bra to get. Because I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, and when so I'm looking at this. When the breast surgeon said to me, like, my boobs have the highest amount of cc's you can get in an implant. And then I'm looking here and it says bra cup size. It goes from AA to N. N as in Nancy. So clearly I don't have the biggest boobs in the entire world if it goes to like N as in Nancy. I remember when I was nursing, I'm pretty sure I was a double H when I was nursing. So I don't have the biggest boobs. There's 5 lines and D is on the first line. Just saying. The band size, I would probably get something bigger. I don't even know. I don't know. They go from 28 to 58. I would not be getting a 28 or the 58. Yeah. So I'm going to stop there. That was longer than I thought, but I think it's important to share like what I'm buying, things you have to have in place. Another thing I'm getting too, like I have a smart TV in my main room, but in my room it's not a smart TV, and I feel like an Amazon commercial. I do like Amazon original movies. There was one, the Sound of Metal. It was a really, really good movie. Before it won all the awards, I saw it, and that was a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, Sound of Metal was really good. But I don't have a smart TV in my room. I don't watch a ton of TV, but this will be the second time that I'm like going to be in my bedroom for long periods of time resting. So I'm going to get a Fire Stick so I can watch Prime from my TV. There's other versions, like you can do Apple TV or whatever, but I don't tend to watch, I don't know, I think a Fire Stick will serve what I need it to. Other things to think about, I made an appointment to get, even though I just got my hair colored, I made an appointment to get my roots touched up right before I go, because I don't want to have gray hair going into this. I want to like look good and feel good and whatever I can control. What am I forgetting to buy? I don't know. I feel like I covered a lot. Oh, pillows. My pillows are not great. I would suggest, even if you can think of a hotel you've been at that has really nice pillows, treat yourself to some nice pillows for this. And one thing too that was mentioned that I need to look at, I'll make a note as soon as I get off. You know, the husbands, not the people husbands, the pillows that go like around you. I have one. It's a little like matted down, but again, someone else who went through this before said to get a husband that has a little bit more support, but that has pockets on the sides. So you can put like things that you normally would reach for, like right next to you. Because I won't be able to do that, you know. I could just like put my arm down and grab my phone or grab the remote or whatever. I don't know how big the pockets are. I don't know what they look like. I wonder if they would have them at Bed Bath & Beyond or something. Especially like right now, it's August, or it's not August, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's the end of July, but a lot of college kids are starting to go back to school, so, or getting ready to go back to school. So they probably have more options for things like that, because that's a thing that college kids would pick up too. So I'm sure there's other things that I'm not thinking of, but I guess today was like, you know, my idea for today was that it was going to be, you know, friends, your own friends or friends of friends that have gone through this journey. They're great people to ask help from and ask questions, to just say, what questions should I be asking? You know, they're the ones that know what you don't know about what you need to ask. So they're great resources. Even if you go on some sort of group on social media or whatever, you know, you'll find out what things you need to find out. What do you need to ask? What do you need to buy? What do you need to put in place? And it just makes the process easier. It might seem overwhelming, but like right now, I feel like I'm starting a company. Seriously, I feel like I'm starting a company. And right now I'm doing the financial part of it with like buying my business supplies, because this is the business. And these are the supplies that I need to get the business going. When you do it that way, it becomes more transactional, and it takes away, I'll have plenty of time from the emotion, but it takes away from the emotion of all of this. So I need to be doing a bit more of self-care when it comes to like having enough to drink. And right now it's 7 o'clock and I haven't had dinner yet. I'm going to get a burger, even though I typically don't eat red meat much anymore, but I feel like I need to have iron right now, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, so today's shopping trip, I hope that was helpful. What I will ask you to do too, the YouTube page right now, most of it from what I know is friends of mine and stuff, but if you're watching, whether you're a friend of mine or not, and you've gone through this or know someone who has, if there are things that you can think of that you know, well, my friend had breast cancer and they said this was great, you know, go down to comments and put it on there. And if something's not working with comments, let me know that. You can send the email out to, I created an email for this page, which should show up when you go onto YouTube. But if you did not, like the official name of the page, aside from the long one, is idcwvlog. IDC, like invasive ductal carcinoma, and then vlog, like video blog. And the email, I haven't gotten an email yet. The email is idcwvlog@gmail.com. So idcw, like what? Vlog, via log@gmail.com. idcwvlog@gmail.com. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to be hunting around on another thing there, but if for some reason you're trying to comment and I just didn't set up YouTube the right way to be able to do that, which I think there shouldn't be a problem, but at least email me and let me know, and then it'll be my first email. But it's hard to keep up with all the emails and phone calls and stuff right now, so apologies in advance if I don't get to it on time. I'm trying to slow down and take care of me. So I'm going to end there before I hit the 30-second point. Gratitude. Love your body, love yourself, be gracious for yourself, grateful for yourself, be grateful for your power, and be grateful for the people around you to help you. Bye.